Justin Popolars. Number 11, Reese Smith. Number 1, Jacob Hicks. Number 4, Chase Adams. Number 3, Eddie Baker. Number 27, Nate Browning. Number 7, Seth Yancey. Number 22, Hunter Diener. And the coaches, Chad Smith, Wade Harrington, Andrew Browning, and manager Daniel Hughes. Now for the home team. Number 27, Wyatt Watts. Number 10, Bryson Summey. Number 15, Kai Lucas. Number 24, Devin Phillips. Number 3, Seth Massey. Number 2, Lucas Starkey. Number 7, Camden Stillwell. Number 1, Markwell
Now batting number 2, Max Dunn.
Number 23, Landon Lee. Number 8, Levi Martin. Number 20, Liam Martin. Number 19, Luke Brown. And our coaches, Dennis Brown, Chad Brown, Stephen Watts, and manager Derek Summey. Please stand for the invocation and the national. Excuse me. Our home plate umpire today is Mr. Terry Jones. Our field umpire is Mr. Ricky Ward. Please stand as we have the invocation and the national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we praise you and thank you, Lord, for another day that you've given us. Each and every day is a gift that you give us for life. I pray and ask, Lord, that you allow us to grow closer to you. Only even each and every step that we take, Lord, might be guided by your Holy Spirit. I just praise you and thank you for today. Thank you for the umpires, the coaches, the players, parents, fans, and each and every person here representing each and every state. We thank you for the beautiful day you've given us. We thank you for your love and your grace and your mercy that brings us to this facility here today. Lord, be with us all as we play this game, that we might be represented the way you would like for us to represent you. Be with us now, Lord, as we play this game. Keep us safe from any body and harm. It's in Christ's name we do pray. Amen.
Batting number 11, Octavius Spence. Now batting number 7, Austin Morgan.
Virginia
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to go here. It is going to be a good one. This should be a very good game. These two teams both played earlier, and they both have a win in their respective pools. And Virginia and North Carolina both coming from Pool 2, a win each. So this one decides who goes 2-0 and the other one 1-1. And this is going to be a good one. Again, we mentioned North Carolina beat Georgia 10-6 in the early morning game. So they've been kind of resting a while. They've been off since about 11 o'clock this morning. Virginia just got done playing just a little bit ago, about a 1 o'clock game against Georgia, and they beat them in 5 innings, 11-1 on a 10-run mercy rule. So, we'll see which squad can move to either 2-0 or 1-1, depending on which way you look at it. This is for the top spot in Pool 2. Of course, if Virginia wins, then they're 1-1. North Carolina's 1-1. And I think they have some type of, I don't know if they play it off or if they will play each other again, or they go by runs scored or something. So we'll find out. There's possibility of playoff games being played tonight, 6:30 or 6 and 7:30. We'll keep you up to date as I find out that information. For Virginia, Charlie Harrington, who had a really good game earlier, starts things off for Virginia. They can plate runs, and they can plate them quickly. Virginia in the red, North Carolina also in the red, but they've got a little bit of blue trim on the uniform. Both teams' squads look somewhat similar with the uniforms. So Virginia, the away team, they'll bat first, as they are. Harrington, Hicks, Everett, Sutherland. And that top part of the order was very, very good earlier in their first game. Two pitches left for Harrington, and coach not giving him what he wants. He gave him that one. He lines it into left field. It'll bounce underneath the glove of the left fielder. That'll go all the way to the fence. Harrington slowly rounds first. Didn't pick up the coach's signal. He'll end up with a single. And then we'll give him the double because of the fact that it wasn't touched by the left fielder. But later on, he'll end up with a single and an error on that play. But again, the left fielder just misplayed that ball. That is Landon Lee, and he tried to run up and snag that, and he got burnt. Sometimes being aggressive can hurt you. Sometimes it can make a great play, but that time for Landon, unfortunately, it does not. So runner at second for Virginia. They start things off. Chase Hicks. 3 pitches to go. See the umpire hold up the 3 fingers. And he ripped it right over the shortstop's head, and down to third will go Harrington. There'll be runners on the corners for Virginia, and they get started quickly again. They did earlier today. They brought them bats out and started smoking that baseball, and man, I'll tell you what, when they start to hit, look out. Back in the game earlier in the first inning, that was when they plated 5 runs against Georgia, and that was pretty much all it took. So the left-hander Everett at the plate with runners aboard first and third. And coach trying to find something to give his troop to hit and get his boys on the base paths and get them around the base paths. Line shot down the line, foul, just off the bag at third. These young men have been playing through 90-plus degree heat today with feels-like temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Trying to stay hydrated and as cool as much as possible. Drains you a lot. I'm sure they're going to be dead tired tonight. Then you got to come back and do it again tomorrow. That's what they play it for, though. That's why they're here. These are the boys that have made it to the World Series. Reaches out, pokes one, hits the base pass. Harrington will be sent home. Now the throw, nowhere to go. The shortstop totally confused by that. The ball ricocheted off. It'll be a single. And kind of the bag helped out for Everett, and Harrington scores the first run. The shortstop, you can't blame him. I mean, he had a great play. That was Summy. But when he picked it up, he looked to second. Nobody was there. And the third base, of course, that runner was already gone home. And by the time you look to first, it's too late. First and second, nobody out. Run has scored. Sutherland at the plate. Rips it past the third baseman into left field. Coach waving the runner. He'll come to the plate. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He'll cut it off. Stillwell cuts it off. Another single. Another run scores. And Virginia doing exactly what they did in their first game against Georgia. Getting base runners and plating runs. 2-0 early. Virginia trying to come 1-1 in pool play and knock North Carolina down to 1-1. Off the handle, it's going to drop into right field, fair ball. He'll have to chase that one. Waving the runner home. Everett's coming around the bag. He'll score. And Sutherland is down at third. And with a double, Poplazar nails it. And it's second and third. 4-0. Reese Smith at the plate. Ground ball towards short. Throw to first. They get one. Run scores. They'll go back to third, and sliding in time is Poplazar. Oh, excuse me. 4-0 is your score right now. Runner at third, one out. And now it is Jacob Hicks' turn. One down. Runner at third is Poplazar. Smith first out of the inning. Swing and a miss there by Hicks. Jacob trying to keep things going. Ground ball towards third, off the chest, picked up, throw to first. And he got him, but the run scores, so another run across, an RBI for Hicks, even though he's the second out of the inning on the 5-3. And way to stick with it over there at third base. Nicely done by Baker. Knocks it down, gets the out, sacrifices the run. But it is now 5-0. And right off the get-go again, Virginia with a 5 spot in the first inning of play. They did the same thing to Georgia. Here's Adams now. Chase Adams swings and fouls this off. Heads up. It's coming back off the fence. Ground ball towards short. Picked up, throw over to first. And the good stretch and in time for the third out. But not before they do some serious damage, picking up 5 runs in the inning. It's a 5 spot for Virginia. We'll go to the bottom of the first next right here on JockJive.com. A 5-0 lead to start here for Virginia. Same thing they did to Georgia. 5 runs in that first inning again. And boy, this lineup looks very good, staying hot right now. And they're playing a very tough North Carolina team. We'll see what North Carolina can do. They also played their game earlier today. They played the first game this morning and got that win 10-6. See what they do here. They'll start it off with Watts, Summey, and Lucas. Swung on, fouled off, and a roll back here to the backstop. So bottom of 1 and a 5-0 lead early for Virginia. Swung on, drilled out into right center field, knocked down and kept to a single. Watts starts it for North Carolina. Like I said, both teams' lineup can hit. So be prepared for maybe a higher scoring game than what we've seen. Took North Carolina to the third inning in their first game to get it going, but then they played it 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 3 more in the sixth to win 10-6 over Georgia. And the first pitch to Summey is down in the dirt. Boy, he ripped that one. He got it all. That one's going to go to the fence on a 2-hopper. Rounding second, headed for third, and Summey's going in with a stand-up double. Now they're going to send him home. Here comes the throw to the plate. Oh, and it's missed. Summey will go down to third on the overthrow. So Summey with a double ends up at third.
Paul McCullough to field forward. Paul McCullough to field
Watts
forward.
comes home on the throwing error. And North Carolina right back in the ball game as they plate their first run. So 5-1 lead as North Carolina gets on the scoreboard. Lucas, the right fielder. And Phillips in the on-deck circle. Slap that one into left and over the left fielder's head again, and down to the plate comes Summey, and down to second goes Lucas. Back-to-back doubles, 5-2. Still no outs in the inning. Here's Phillips. Sun hides behind the low cloud cover now, and wind blowing about 6 to 10 mile an hour. And I mean, it's a good breeze out there. May have helped keep things from being so overly exhausting. Fly ball carries out into right center field. It is caught and no advancement. First out of the inning. Good piece of hitting there by Phillips. Unfortunately, right into a glove. Seth Massey now the left center fielder to the plate. Swing and a miss. 2 pitches, 3 to go for Massey. Hard shot down the first base line and just tails foul at the last second. So now he's got 2 strikes on him. You have to be careful here because swing and a miss, and it is a strikeout. Ground ball towards first. Off the bag, fair ball. Massey will round first and hold. Runner at third coming home, and he will score. Lucas scores on the single by Massey. They've cut the lead now down to 5-3.
Now batting, number 2, Lucas Starkey.
Starkey coming to the plate now. Lucas Starkey, the third baseman. That ball ripped into left field, and this time the left fielder will make the snag and hold on. That time he got over there to make the catch, and the audience gives him the appreciation applause. That is Chase Adams out there in left with 2 down. Stillwell at the plate for North Carolina. Pop fly, left center field, and caught for the 3rd out. But North Carolina picks up 3, and to make a game of it very quickly, it's a 5-3 ball game as we go to the top of the 2nd inning when we come back here on JockJive Sports.
Don't forget our village behind the right field fence on field number 2 has a variety of food and souvenir items that you don't want to miss while we're here at the Pennington Athletic Complex. So stop by Miller Village and sample some of the great food available while you shop for all those special souvenirs to remember your trip to the 63rd Annual Dixie Youth World Series in Lumberton, North Carolina. After the first inning, the score is North Carolina and Virginia 5. Up to bat for Virginia, number 3, Eddie Baker.
Eddie Baker's going to come to the plate here. Got some storms moving kind of east and north, so I don't know if it's going to get us a little bit or not, but so far we've been pretty lucky today. Off into left field. We'll keep an eye on it. Baker, Browning, Yancey. Ground ball, second base. Bobbled, picked up, throw over to first in time for the out. So 1 away here in the 2nd inning. The next game that was scheduled for the 4:30 starts will probably be closer to 5 o'clock or later after start. Short to first, and out number 2. That may be our last game of the evening, again, pending the outcome of the brackets, and we'll get our update on that as soon as we can. Spun backwards, foul, right back to the fence. Poor young man Brown is having a workout behind the plate here right now for Virginia. Or North Carolina, sorry. Ground ball, off of the dirt. Picked up, though, by the shortstop to make the throw over to first to get the 3rd out. Nice backup there. Great defensive play. 1, 2, 3 inning. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Or bottom of the 2nd, sorry. Jumped ahead a little bit. It's been a long day. Bottom of 2 coming up next. North Carolina will send Troop, Lee, and Levi Martin to the plate. We'll see what they can do as they find themselves down 5-3. Summer Dixie underway between now and mid-August. JockJive will stream all of this tournament plus the Final Four for the Junior Dixie Boys Pre-Majors and Majors World Series, the AAA Ozone and Majors World Series here in Lumberton, and a whole lot more. Catch it all right here on JockJive.com.
All 5 World Series championships will be held in Weston, Louisiana next year.
A 5-3 lead right now. In a very tight game here between Virginia and North Carolina. Virginia got that early lead with those 5 runs. North Carolina, though, come back and got 3 in the bottom of their inning, and we'll see what they do here in the bottom of the second now, if they can pick up the last 2 or get more and step out in front.
Up to bat for North Carolina, number 1, Marquel Troop.
Markel Troop coming to the plate. And here we go.
Number 2, Terrence Robinson.
Little high.
Number 8, Matthew Hebert. Number 7, Gatlin Ashford.
Swing and a miss by Troop.
Number 14, Jeremiah Christian.
Swing and a miss, 2. Lee in the on-deck circle, and then Levi Martin after him. Ground ball back to the mound. One hopper grabbed, flipped over to first for the out. Coach almost got himself in trouble there. He almost reached out to snag that. That would be tough to do, to have to learn to let it go. Lee now, the left fielder, to the plate with 1 away.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for the invocation and national anthem. The invocation for today's game was given by Don Morris, followed by the playing of the national anthem.
Swing and a miss by Lee. That's one thing the coach doesn't want to do. You don't want to strike out your batters. Remember last year doing one of these coach pitches, and the coach struck out 7 kids. It's a ground ball again back to the mound. Going to get past the mound to second base, and no opportunity. Infield single for Lee. 1 out, runner aboard for North Carolina. Here's Levi Martin.
Number 8, Levi Martin.
Swing and a miss there. Liam Martin comes to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, 2. And a strikeout. 2 away. That's the tough part about coach pitch, is you want to give your kids the best opportunity to hit the ball, but when you strike them out, it doesn't make you feel very good. Liam Martin out at the plate. On deck is Brown, but again with the shin guards on in case. Popped up and right back here to us. Hard shot to the mound. Turn. He'll throw to first and get the final out of the inning. Nicely done there. So they send up 4. They don't get anything out of it except the goose egg. They've completed 2. It's still a 5-3 ball game going to the top of the third for Virginia.
The score is Virginia 5, North Carolina 3.
Don't forget you can download any of the games in this week's tournament. They're only $5 each. Just send an email to info@jockjive.com. That's info@jockjive.com. Tell us the games you want. We'll send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay for this by debit or credit card. And then the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. So Diener is going to lead things off here for Virginia, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. Harrington, Hicks, and Everett. Looks like that storm's probably just going to break apart and blow over us, at least at this point. And on Diamond 2 here, things are looking a little better and a little clearer. The wind picking up and coming out of left field, blowing across into the first base dugout. So here's Diener. And they're fixing the uniform for the young man, making sure he's tucked in and looking like a ball player. Here we go. Didn't go. Looked like he wanted it, though. Ground ball towards short. Couple of hops picked up, throw to first. And again, good scoop by the first baseman to get the out. And that combination short to first has been on fire in this game for Virginia. They have hit the ball to the shortstop 5 times now for North Carolina. And Shumi has not missed. One away. Harrington with a rip. This one will get into left field. He's got himself another hit. And it'll be a base hit this time. Started with a double in the first inning to score the run. Top of the lineup, very, very good for this Virginia squad.
Up to bat, number 8, Chase.
Ripped into left. Going to move Harrington down to second. Other base hit. We'll get Hicks on, and now 2 runners aboard with 1 out. And Everett going to get chatted to by the third base coach. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing pretty good right now. Feeling a few raindrops. Got a little bit of a storm trying to come through here. Doesn't look like it'll be much. If it does, might get you a little bit wet, but other than that, should be okay. Here's Everett. Swung on, lifted down the line, foul towards left. Opportunity here for Virginia again to break things open, get that lead pumped back up. They had a 5-0 lead, then it was 5-3. Now they're here in the third trying to see if they can't move it up a little more. Fouled off, back to the screen, 2-strike count now on Everett. Sutherland in the on-deck circle. Crowd filled up all around the diamonds today. 4 out of 5 diamonds go. And that ball lifted into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. That'll load the bases for Sutherland. So Sutherland, who had a single his first time up and scored, now has an opportunity to help himself even more. Played a few more runs and give Virginia a bigger lead. Coaches from North Carolina trying to position their players and screaming from the dugout, and why just don't call timeout and say something. Bases loaded. Ground ball to third. Long throw to first. He way overthrew the first baseman. I don't know why he didn't go to the bag. Got to know what's going to happen when bases are loaded. Got to know where you're going to go with that ball. He had an opportunity to tag a bag and toss. He would have got one. Unfortunately, with the throwing error, he gives up 2 runs. Sutherland is down at second after the error. Everett's down at third. 2 runs cross. 7-3. And 1 out for Poplars. Ground ball to short. Picks it up, throws to first, got the out. Runner from second going to third. Throw over there. Safe. Got to put the tag on him. Can't tag the bag. He's not forced. Run scores. Sutherland to third. And the out goes 6-3 for out number 2.
Now batting number 11, Reese.
And now it's a 5-run lead with a man at third. And Reese Smith at the plate. Popped up. Diener turns and can't get back to the backstop quick enough to make that catch. A little better that time of getting the helmet off and seeing the foul ball. And that's stuff you learn. I mean, it takes time as a catcher. Learn all that stuff. You can hear the wind picking up out there a little bit. Smith from the left side, still with 2 runners, or with a runner aboard third. Ground ball to the right side, knocked out by the second baseman. Not going to have time. Run's going to score, and it'll be a single for Smith. And another run for the Virginia squad. They now lead at 9-3, and boy, they are hammering this baseball today. This is a team that can put up some runs. You look for them to go far in this tournament. Swing and a miss by Hicks. Runner down at first, 2 down, swung on, fouled off. And Hicks now has 2 strikes on him with 1 more pitch. Going to put it in fair territory or foul it off to stay in there. And it'll roll foul. Got a piece, and as you hear the coach yelling, got to run, got to run, got to run. Anytime you hit that ball, you got to be running. You got to be going down to first. Pop straight up. Shortstop underneath, calling for it, making the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. A strand of runner, but they pick up 4 big runs. And they take the lead back here by a score of 9-3. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. North Carolina. See if they can answer that big outburst there by Virginia. We'll come back in just a bit right here on JockJive.com.
Louisiana, number 19, Luke Brown.
Luke Brown comes to the plate here to start things in the bottom of the third. North Carolina finds themselves down a half dozen runs after another big inning from the Virginia squad. Coach getting more warm-up pitches than a pitcher does in a game. Coach not feeling too confident about what he's throwing his boys. So Brown comes to the plate. His first time up here in the game. Takes the first two pitches. Doesn't like those and will wait for a third. Didn't like that one either. Umpire pointing out, hey, son, you've got just two pitches left. So he's got to do something. Jacob Hicks now behind the plates. Swung on. Oh, just off the glove of the third baseman into left field it goes. So he waited long enough, and Brown makes him pay with a single.
Batting, number 27, Wyatt Watts.
Up to the right side. It'll go just foul. Swung on, a little roller to the mound. They'll have to hurry the throw. No, threw it away. Runner's going to second. The other runner will go to three. We'll see if they hold him or will they send him. No, now they change their mind. Now he goes. Nothing he could do, and the pitcher held on to the ball. So Brown is going to score on the single. Watts is down at second now. It's a 9-4 ball game. Summey is at the plate. Bryson Summey. Hits it hard towards short. Check the runner. Throw to first. In time for the out. Now back to third, and the runner will be there. Two down, though. They advance the runner. No, one down, sorry. And Lucas doesn't like that one. Ground ball towards third, bounces through into left field. That'll score a run. Lucas is on with a base hit, and Watts comes home. And they cut it down to 9-5. And here's Lucas now to the plate, or Phillips to the plate. One out. Devin Phillips flies out to center field his last time up. Ground ball knocked down by the third baseman, picked up. Throw to second in time for the force. Fielder's choice there, and the out is recorded as Lucas, for some reason, didn't go anywhere. And if he did, he went really late. He's got to be going on the crack of the bat. Massey at the plate. Left-hander swings, and it hits it foul. Smoked. Massey must have caught a foul ball there, and they're trying to walk that one off. Popped up into right field for the third out of the inning. But they do pick up a couple, and they've cut it to 9-5, and we'll go to the top of the fourth next, right here on JockJive.com. Don't forget, folks, coming up this fall on JockJive.com, we've got all kinds of things for you. SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, the ACCC Game of the Week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football. We'll have Georgia military football back on the schedule, the Gulf South Conference, soccer, and more. Log on to the website, JockJive.com. Check us out often. We're JockJive Sports, bringing you 16 different channels of sports for you to take in. To the fourth inning we go. Adams, Baker, Browning for Virginia. They've got a 9-5 lead. So Chase Adams will come to the plate. Chase grounded out to short. That's been kind of the nemesis for this Virginia squad today, hitting the ball to the shortstop. And again, short to first. He continues his dominance over there at that position. Here's Baker. He grounded out to second his first time up. And the next three guys all went to the shortstop. Jeez. This one grounded between the legs. The shortstop picks it up, though, and he threw it in the dirt. First error on him today. But out of the chances he's had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the only one he's missed. Dave Browning now comes to the plate with a runner at second. Virginia trying to plate more runs again. Browning grounded to short his last time up, followed by Yancey, who grounded to short, followed by Diener, who grounded to short. Can they break the trend? Bouncing ball in front of the plate, and then it rolls foul. Brown lost it and finally got the helmet off and found it. Ground ball knocked down to the mound, picked up, and they'll have yeah, they did. Oh, and they got him in between second and third. Oh, and a drop by the third baseman. He's going to be able to get there. He gets the bag automatically because the ball went out. So Baker goes down to third. The second out goes 1-3. But there is 2 down for Yancey. Grounded slowly towards first, unassisted, touches the bag for the ending third out. Get a man to third, can't bring him home. No runs that inning for Virginia, so they went 5 runs, no runs, 4 runs, no runs. So maybe next inning, we'll see. Before that, though, we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Starkey, Stillwell, and Troop for North Carolina have something to say about that. They want to turn things around and get the lead back, and we will see if they can do it. They're down by 4, 9-5. Bottom of the 4th next. JockJive.com.
Special souvenirs. Remember your trip to the 63rd Annual DC Youth World Series in Lumberton, North Carolina.
Lucas Starkey will come to the plate here, lead things off for North Carolina. They're down by 4, 9-5. Try to find themselves back into the ball game. Sun peeking out now from the skies. It starts to set in the west, so it'll come in from the left side. So really this field unaffected. Maybe first base for a little bit, maybe right center, right field. That'd be about it, really. Shouldn't have too much problem with the sun at this point. If it gets lower, maybe a little harder on the right side of the infield. Swung on, fouled off, back to the screen. Starkey hangs in there. Umpires trying to get these kids to keep moving. It's tough, man. I'll tell you what, it's 100 degrees, feels like temperature, and you're in catcher's gear. Bouncing to the wall out and right, turns first base. There's a throw. It would have been on the mark, probably would have got him, but a little too strong. So Starkey is down at second base to get it started for North Carolina. Whoever wins controls the pool and wins the pool play. So it's a big game right here to get the number 1 seed in Pool 2. Stillwell at the plate with the runner at second. Ground ball past the mound, through second into center field. They'll push the runner to third. Turns, he's wheeling. Here comes the throw home. No, safe underneath the tag. Levi Martin came in. Or no, Chase Hicks came over from first to take that throw, but when he put the tag down, the runner had slid underneath him. He moved his catcher, Jacob Hicks, out of the way. So the run scores. Troop now at the plate. Stillwell goes down to second. on the throw home. That one's going to go to short. Bounce, bobble, and you hear the coaches yelling, hold it. They'll give him the infield single. First and second. No outs. North Carolina banging on the door. 9-6. Landon Lee at the plate. Levi Martin in the on-deck circle. Landon Lee with the single his last time up. Pops this one towards right. Shallow right. Coming in. The right fielder can't get there. Everybody's going to move up a bag and be safe. Bases are now loaded. Levi Martin, who struck out his first time coming to the plate. And here's an opportunity for North Carolina to change the scoreboard, but before we do, we're going to get a timeout. Coach Starkey coming in to chat with his hitter here, Levi Martin, talking about him swinging. And he's going to tell him, you know, when you got a guy up there that's learning the game and has a little trouble, you want to try to get him to go to right field because the swing is automatically a little late. So you want to get that outside pitch. So the coach, if he pitches him correctly, will try to set him up with that outside pitch, and he will try to get Levi to go towards right field. That'd definitely get at least one run home, if not two. But you've got to hit it. He's way off the plate. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get that or not. He's a little deep to the backside of the box as well. That's the second pitch. He's got 3 left, and that was a good one to maybe take a smack at. Does there, fouls it off. So he got a piece of it. Got a piece there, ripped it to third, tagged the bag. They'll throw it home. He's off the bag. He's safe. So they get the force at third. So the out recorded here on Troop is out number 1. Stillwell scores. Levi's down at first. First and second, 1 out. Another run across the plate. Liam Martin now. Saying, hey, coach, give me the pitch I want. It's so funny in coach pitch where they get to tell the coach, hey, pitch it here. That's where he wanted it. He got it. Knocked it through into the hole. First and second, and the guys at second and third taking off. The guy from second takes off to third. Throw goes past the third baseman. Now they're going to send him home. And here comes the throw. Safe underneath the tag. 2 runs will score. So they challenged him. And Liam Martin goes down to second on the base hit. And now 2 more runs have crossed, and it's all tied up. Still only 1 out in the inning. North Carolina has played at 4. And right now, Virginia's thinking, what is going on here? We had a lead, and now we've lost it. Right back to the mound, off the glove, picked up by the shortstop, throw to first. Oh, pulled the first baseman off the bag, and the runner is hurt. We've got time. I don't think they'll let him go. He got hit pretty hard over there at first. I don't know if he went down into the first baseman or what, but they've got him up quickly. Brown on by the error, and a forced error at that by the shortstop again. Boy, he was playing perfectly for that ball. So it's first and third, 1 out. But he pulled his first baseman up off the bag, and he couldn't come down. Here's Watts. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. He ducked at that one. It's funny because he really didn't have to. He wasn't close to him. Rips it towards second. Oh, bad hop off the shoulder and the finger. That one's going to roll to his left. He's going to have no throw. It's going to be runners at first and second on a really tough hop there on the second baseman. And North Carolina has just taken the lead in the ball game by a score of 10-9. Told you this was going to be a good one, and a lot of runs scored. Both teams got great offense. Both teams can hit the ball. North Carolina wants that 2-0 record in pool play. They want the number 1 seed. Hopped up right side, it'll go foul. So basically right now it's a 1-0 game. 2 runners aboard for North Carolina. And the wind blowing in now from center field. Swung on, popped up again right side, way up in the air. First baseman coming in. He will make the catch for out number 2. Two down. And Lucas to the plate. Lucas with a single and a double today and a run scored. Grounder towards third, off the bag, and it got behind the third baseman. Everybody going to be safe. That's a couple of times today we have seen a ball hit that bag and just cause havoc for everybody out there. Bases loaded, 2 down, 10-9 lead, North Carolina. Phillips to the plate with an opportunity to really break this open with a base hit. Virginia trying to get this inning done. They have given up 5 runs here in the inning and saw their lead disappear. To the shortstop. He'll flip to third for the force, and they finally get out of the inning. They sent 11 guys to the plate, and they pick up 5 runs. And have taken the lead now by a score of 10-9. We got 2 innings to play. What a game. Stick around. Still more to come right here on JockJive.com.
Louisiana, number 17,
So a one-run ball game now in favor of North Carolina, with Virginia to the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. Both teams with 6 outs to work with in a one-run game. And we're ready to go. Here's Diener. Ground out to the shortstop's first time up. The wind blowing pretty good here from center field now, blowing in. Sun beating down though, temperature 93, feels like 99. Ground ball to third, picked up, throw over to first. In time for the out. Good stretch over there at first. Camden Stillwell does a nice job over there at first base for North Carolina. Here's Harrington. 2 for 2 this game, 2 runs scored, single and a double. Charlie can hit the ball. He hit the ball well in game 1. Does it again, lifts it high into the air though into left field. Time for the left fielder to get underneath it and make the catch. We're out number 2, quickly 2 down. And they'll get one more out to work with here in the 5th. And it'll be Chase Hicks. Single and 2 runs scored tonight. Ripped it into right field, off the right fielder's glove, but Hicks is on with a single. Everett to the plate with 2 out and a runner aboard. Ground ball towards short. Flip to second for the easy out. And they shut him down again in the 5th inning. No runs. Bottom of 5, North Carolina coming to the plate. They lead it by a score of 10-9. They'll send Massey, Starkey, Stillwell to the plate. See if they can increase their 1-run lead. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. On Twitter, we're at JockJive, and on Facebook, simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine. We give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with JockJive Sports. First, I want to say a big thank you to the Dixie Youth Baseball Organization, Dixie Youth Sports, inviting us to come out here and bring you the broadcast of these games again. We appreciate that. We've been doing it for a very long time with them and their hard work and dedication. We want to thank all of those that are involved with Dixie Youth Baseball. And, of course, encourage you, if you have a son or daughter that's getting involved in sports, to make sure you check out to see if you have a Dixie Youth organization in your area.
Leading off, North Carolina, number 3, Seth Massey.
Seth Massey going to come to the plate. Umpire calls for the batter. I don't know why the coach is taking the warm-ups. I haven't figured that out. It's not like he's throwing in a game. You get 5 pitches, you toss 5 to the hitter. Swung on, fouled off. I understand maybe 1 or 2, but to each his own, I guess. Swung on, fouled off to the right side. So 2 strikes on Massey. Now he's got to be careful.
team Jeremiah appreciates. Next,
Swung on this one, drove into right field, and they'll throw to first. Nope, they'll get him single. Now the coach has to pitch to his kid. I'm sure this has been done numerous times. This is Lucas Starkey. North Carolina trying to pad the lead a little bit, would only need to get 3 outs in the top of the 6th, and if they hung on to the lead, they would win the ball game. They don't have to bat in the bottom unless Virginia ties it up. Swung on and a grounder down the third base line. Swing and a miss, and he struck his boy out. That one will be talked about at the dinner table.
Now batting, number 7, Camden Stillwell.
I don't know who feels worse on that aspect. Here's Stillwell. It's the second strikeout in the game for the coach. Slapped into left center field on a one-hopper. Bobbled by the left fielder. Ball going to the fence. Massey coming to third. They're going to wave him home. Sliding into second. No throw. And he is going to score. So Massey scores on the double by Stillwell. North Carolina has padded their lead a little bit. 11-9. 1 out. Troop singled his last time up. Says yes, he liked that pitch, give me another one, and then rounded back to the mound his first time up. Ripped it towards short, picked up by the shortstop. Lane throw, no, down and low again, and first baseman had to come off the bag. Dyford, shortstop, can't believe he made a bad throw. There's the throw into second. The run scores. They got the runner going to second, Troop, so he gets a single out of it, and then he's out at second base, but Stillwell scores. So the bases are empty. It's now 12 with 2 down. Or, I'm sorry, 11. Line drive into the second baseman glove, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So they do pick up 2. And it is 11-9. 7. I've got 12, so.
At the 5 complete innings, North Carolina 11, Virginia 9.
Should be 12. Should be 12-9, so the scoreboard is wrong. 2-run score that inning, and we'll go to the top of the 6th inning with a 12-9 lead, a 3-run lead right now for North Carolina. They just need to get 3 outs. Virginia's got to pick up 3 runs. We'll come back. So they fixed the scoreboard. It is 12-9, and Virginia start with Sutherland, Popolars, and then Smith. They'll need base runners. They're down 3. 3 to tie and to play on. 4 would make them feel a little more comfortable. Swung on the first one, popped up, center field, caught. One away. North Carolina trying to close out their pool play with their second win of the ball game, or second win of the day. 2 outs away. This young man is 1 for 2 at the plate today. Double run scored. Ground out. Ground ball towards the mound. Knocked down, picked up. Got to hurry the throw. Not in time. Down to first goes Popolars. They got one of the runners aboard they need. They need 3. Smith. Single and a ground out today. The left-hander looks at the first one, didn't like it. 1 out, 1 runner aboard. Grounder towards the mound, but the pitcher was playing on the other side, but the shortstop picks it up, flips to second for the force. It'll be out number 2 on the fielder's choice. So 1 runner aboard, 2 down. They need 1 more. And Virginia down to their last out with Jacob Hicks. Ground out and a pop out. He actually got hit by the pitch, but unfortunately in this league, you don't get a base. Even the coach at third told him, he was trying to make him laugh. There's a ground ball to short. Oh! Flipped over to second again. That ends the ball game. And North Carolina is going to win this one by a final of 12-9. So they come from behind to pull out the win, and they go 2-0 in their brackets. So congratulations to North Carolina. They go 12-9 over Virginia. Virginia goes 1-1 in play in Pool 2. And again, what a tough game and a tough loss for Virginia because they did have the lead. But North Carolina goes 2-0 in pool play. Virginia goes 1-1 and Georgia goes 0-2. Now we get down to Alabama, Mississippi, our next game coming up. Mississippi with a loss, Alabama with a win. We'll see what happens here. And Tennessee with a 1-1 record. Stick around, more to come right here on JockJive.com.